you for joining me on their fight story. We have Steve, put him to sleep, Walker with us. Steve, how are you doing today? No.
Afternoon, I should say.
I'm sorry, I had you on mute for some reason. How are you doing?
Okay. I'm doing good today. Thank you for having me on your platform this afternoon.
Thank you. I know you've been really busy. You just got back from a fight, and you've been coaching and training and doing all of your stuff. Tell me, how was your training for this particular fight?
My training was definitely, I said this one was definitely intense because it was based upon cardio. A lot of cardio, a lot of endurance. So it would have been like we'll do an 8 punch combination and end it with 20 kicks. You do another 8 punch combination and end it with 20 kicks on the leading leg instead of the rear leg. And then I got to do 300 knees after. And then what we will do after the 300 knees, we might do a fighters class, which will do a certain technique. So mind you, I just finished doing about 4 to 5 rounds in the ring of this pure cardio and power. Then to do 399 knees on the back, and then to do fighters class. So yes, you feel very fatigued, and you get that little stuff in your stomach where you make you want to like puke, but you hold it in, and you just go from there. So that's just basically you building a lot of gastric tank. That's what we call it. You push yourself to the max, you dig deep, and that's what happens when you dig deep. You get that feeling in your stomach.
So you did a lot of cardio.
Could you hear me?
Yes,
Mhm.
you did a lot of cardio for your training. How did the whole mask impact your training? Because I know when I do cardio and I have a mask on, I can't do anything. I think I'm gonna die.
So the thing about us, when you get this it's a training mask. I think it's called Mass 2.0, if I'm correct. It came out before the pandemic. It's like what a lot of athletes will use. It feel like you're on the mountains. So it has
Hmm.
like 3 holes and it covers your face. It's like the guy on Batman. I think his name is Bang. It's like something
Yes.
similar to that. The mask that he's wearing. So I have about 2 of those masks, and I would train with that mask on. So I wouldn't train with the regular mask. Well, sometimes I might with the regular mask, but more, like if I'm going hard with the cardio, I would train with
Yeah.
that mask on because the regular mask will get wet and it's like you're suffocating from all your sweat and stuff
Yes.
like that.
Right. So you just had a fight. How was that fight for
Yes. That fight was definitely incredible. I'm not gonna lie. I lost sleep over my opponent. I'm one of the fighters. I call myself a stalker. So like if I know I'm fighting you, I will look up all your old tapes. I will do my homework on you. I try to watch the little stuff that you do to get familiar with your moves. So
you?
when I see it in the fight, I know what to expect. And also, um, like with Brian Collette, I knew that he was a boxer, golden gloves. I knew he had a lot of hands. I knew that he doesn't like to check his kicks. So the best thing to do, I'm like, I'm a Muay Thai fighter. I'm going to set my pace. I'm going to fight my fight. I'm not going to fight his fight. His fight is throw blows. I'm more of a kicker than a puncher. So I decided to beat a puncher, you got to kick him because your kick's longer than your punch. So I decided to bring my foot to the fight, and our strategy worked where we put the pressure on him by taking away his hands and just letting be all footwork.
I'm gonna
Oh,
put the
okay, mom.
I'm gonna put the clip on so people can see that. Um, didn't
Okay.
see it. How was that? That was like in a blink of an eye. How did you
Yes. Oh man,
look at that?
48 seconds.
Yeah.
That- So that kick right there, me and Bill actually drilled that in the gym. And every time I want to like play around, I'm like, Bill, I want to do something like exciting. Let me do like a tornado kick, and then he'll hold the pad on me. So like, so so like I would throw the kick in the gym with the pad, and he'll direct my, listen, don't just throw it, look over your shoulders so you know where you're aiming, where you're gonna aim for that. I said, okay. And then like I might graze it. And then he said, you know why you graze the pad? I'm like, no. He said, because you didn't look over your shoulders, or you didn't drive your kick towards the pad. You do it. So like he was always like giving me constructive criticism and always critiquing that move. So, and the funny part is he always do that move like somewhat near the corner, but not really near the corner.
Mhm.
So when Brian was in the corner and he had his hands up, it just reminded me of Bill holding the pad. Like the way
Yes.
Brian held his hands up, his guard up, it reminded me of how Bill held the pad. And the distance, the timing was just right for that tornado kick.
How did this fight feel different from your other fights?
This fight felt in my fight because I want to say I really, really work on my explosiveness. I was very explosive in the beginning, with my jab to the face, cross to the body, and leading hook, which Brian wasn't expecting. Me being 205, a lot of fighters probably think I'm not fast for my weight class or long, but I'm very, very super explosive. So we did a lot of resistance band training, where Bill would put like resistance bands on my hands. And then we'll do an eight punch combination while the resistance band is pulling my arm back. And I gotta
Mhm.
fight. I gotta fight through it. Also, Bill bought me some. Well, he gave me some gloves that have 5 pound weights in it. The title gloves that have 5 pound weights in it, and
Mhm.
I'll do 5 or 6 rounds of bag work while using that weight glove. So it definitely made my punch very fast and very explosive. And also I do barrels. We do like little circuit stuff like that. So this fight camp was everything was based upon explosive kicks, explosive punches, explosive eight punches combination. So I was definitely confident in my
Mhm.
cardio for this fight, and definitely confident in my kicks. But I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous because he was a golden glove. I'm like, all right, maybe he might catch my kick and then probably counter it with a punch or something like that. So I meant to keep my guards up at all times, but I wasn't sleeping on Brian Collect.
Mhm.
But that's why this fight was different from all the other fights, because for him specifically, we worked on my explosiveness and we worked on my cardio, taking to the defense and to drown him in the fifth round. But I didn't know that it was gonna last for 48 seconds. I
Now,
learned
you
it now.
always have that amazing energy when you're fighting. And I have another clip of a fight that you had for Lion Fight in Foxwoods um,
Mhm.
that I'm gonna add. And I just want you to just share.
Very happy to just keep
Yeah.
backpedaling, trying to.
Oh, there's a
Oh!
big one.
There's the big shot we were
Oh
talking about.
wow. That's
Telling Zile to walk forward with the hands up, and they continue this fight.
Zile answers, but Walker smells blood.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh,
There's the head kick. Oh,
That's it.
that's
The fight
it.
is
This
over.
fight is over.
Not outgoing,
Oh.
but hurt
Look
yeah.
at that.
enough.
Look at
Oh.
that energy.
Huge
Look at that
knockout
excitement.
for put him to sleep,
Wow.
Walker, and that's a nap
Yeah.
taken.
Oh man. That's definitely the little kid inside of me. I try my best to keep him tame, but sometimes he gets the best out of me. Like for this fight, I wanted to jump, I wanted to scream,
Yeah.
because like it's a show of celebration. Like, yo, you did it. Like you
Yes.
accomplished your goal is to defend your title, and you did it. But with Brian, Bill always tell us to, like, never celebrate somebody's pain or agony. You show
Of
respect by
course.
bouncing and stuff like that. So I'm slowly evolving. But if you notice with that fight, that's the same combination I had Brian Collette with. If you rewind it, you will see that the first time I knocked out Zile, I hit him with a jab to the face, cross the body, lead and hook,
Very
and I was
happy
very
to just
fast and
keep
explosive
backpedaling,
on it.
trying to.
That's the
Oh!
same combination. See, that's it's the same as that combination I hit Brian Collect with. But like I said, a lot of fighters sleep on that combination, and they don't tend for me to be that
Oh,
fast. But that's a beautiful combination. It's called Jake and Bill Drew. They call it level change. So you go high to the head, low to the body, and you go right back up to the head. fact, and we call that level change, and that's something that Jake and Bill is very, very big on. Don't just keep going to the same. Don't hunt. You
Mhm.
know, change it up. Pick your shots. So if you hit him in the face and the guard go up, go back to the body. Then the guard will go down to protect his body. You just go right back up. So I'm glad that you showed that clip so you people would know that it's not an accident on how I knocked out Brian Collette. It's not an accident on how I knocked out Z leg. These are actually drills that you drill in class and it becomes second nature. For when the fight happens and you see that opening, you just do it.
Yes,
That's beautiful. That's art.
that's key. That's key. I mean, you have a great team with you, which is
Yeah,
also
yeah.
very important because if you don't have that team, you can have all the ideas in the world, but it's not going to come together until you have it. Now,
Yeah, go ahead.
no, go right ahead.
No, I was going to say, yeah, just to piggyback on what you said, you're absolutely right. Our team does play a very, very big part in fighters completing their mission. You know, like Jake and Bill, they call themselves the hammer and the chisel. So together, you know, they will create a diamond. They will create, um, some nice, good, athletic fighters in our gym because them two guys they have different styles, but when you put their styles together, you become dangerous. Technical power and just timing. Them two guys are amazing. The hammer and the chisel, that's their name.
And where did you put him to sleep?
So one time, it's my first ever amateur fight at ECF in New York, and me and Bill and I want to say Mike Gordon, which is our strength and conditioning coach, went to New York for ECF for me to fight first time in the case. And they asked me, "What is your name?" I said, "Stephen Walker." They said, "No, what is your fighter's name?" I shrugged. I said, "I don't know." And then a guy in the back, he said, "Put him to sleep." He said, "Put him to sleep, Walker." And I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, "Yeah, that's my name. That's my come on name. Put him to sleep, Walker." And then I swear to you, I gave Bill the paper. Bill read the name on the paper. He said, "What is this?" I said, "The guy gave me that name." He said, "No, what if the guy put you to sleep? You gonna look embarrassed." So this is what I love about Bill. Like he's so like when he gives you constructive criticism, it's so dope to me because I can take it. I'm like, damn, maybe he's right. So he ended up reading it. He told me to change it. I didn't change it. I just ended up giving it to the guy the paper because, like I said, it's my first time ever fighting in the case, so I'm nervous and like big lights and stuff like that. So I'm like, dang, what to do? I just give the guy the paper. So they call my name. They say, coming out the red corner, Steve, put him to sleep, Walker. And then I end up knocking the guy out. Yeah, I think I knocked him out in the second round. In the second round, I knocked him out with a head kick. Yeah, and that's how I got the name Steve Put him to sleep Walker. I never changed it. It was a gentleman that was behind me, that was the audience who gave me that name. I wish I knew his name. I wish I would turned around to him, but I didn't. To this day, he's just a mystery. But yeah, he know who he is, who gave me that name.
Well, he called it.
That's
He
the story
called it.
behind it. Yeah, yeah, he called it.
Wow.
Yeah, and ever since then, I just been like, I've been trying to like I don't chase knockouts,
Yeah.
but when it comes, and I think that's pretty dope.
Okay.
I think I lost service.
Okay.
Hello, could you hear me?
Yes. I lost you for like a
Okay,
second.
sorry, we I lost service because income is low. Yeah, that gentleman know who he is. That gentleman know who he is, and I tip my hat to him. But like I said, moving forward, I don't chase knockouts. If it happens,
I'm not sure if you can hear me, but
I can hear
one
you now.
thing about your fights, it's that
Wow, I'm so sorry about.
okay, that happens. So one thing about your fights is that you are very entertaining. And another thing is that something always happens at your fights. Like, I don't know if you remember
Yes.
one of your fights where at at the casino where it just started raining inside the ring. Do you remember that one in Foxwoods?
Foxwoods. Yeah,
Foxwoods,
yeah.
yes. That it just started raining
Yes,
inside the
yes.
ring. And like shortly after, we had to, well, not me, but they had to like take care of that and all that. And then you ended
The
up,
equipment and stuff. Yeah.
I don't know what you did to that guy. I don't know if you kicked him, punched him, but he did like a double thing and rolled back. He rolled out of the ring and they had to like pick him up and then
Yes.
he went back in.
Yes, I remember. I remember that. I remember that fight. Yes, I do. So we was in the center of the ring, and like I think he was a shorter opponent than I am.
Yes.
Also, he have about like I want to say 110 fights.
Yeah, he had a lot of
very
fights.
humble fighter, very a legend also. So I kind of like I took him serious, but I also respected him. So I kind of
Mm-hmm.
like I didn't go fully hard. So I told myself, I said, just do heavy sparring, heavy technical sparring with him. That's what I told myself.
Mm-hmm.
Like guys like that are a legend. I was always told you don't knock them out, but you put on the show.
Yeah.
You give good fights and stuff like that. So yeah, I was going for a body kick, and he was backing up. So I was trying to charge at him like a raging bull, and I think as he was backpedaling, I swung for a hook. I tried to time the hook, and I swung it, and he slipped like the ropes and came out. It was pretty funny.
It was.
Yeah,
And
I
like
still
he
have that on my
slipped
Instagram
right
also. They can
through.
check it out.
Yeah.
It was
That was
perfect
so
time. It was perfect time. Definitely some WWF stuff.
it was. It was pretty
Yeah.
funny.
That fight definitely is a classic because, like I said, I still have it on my Instagram. If anybody want to
Yeah,
go check it out, you can check it out. It's Steve Walker versus the Bull. That's on my Instagram, and you see what we talking about. It's definitely a funny clip.
it is. It was a great fight. It was a great night. Definitely unforgettable.
Hmm.
So how has there been a particular fight from your start up until now that you that stands out to you?
I want to say definitely like I want to say the Zile fight, the Zile and Oliveira. What is his name? Man, this is so bad, and I hit him up all the time on Instagram too. But he just won his fight. But he was definitely a tough fighter. I remember his fight because that's the first time I ever got an elbow, and it was from Oliveira. Um, we was in the clinch, and he like snuck an elbow and caught me right here, and then I beat him with an uppercut. I'm not.
Hmm.
This was line fight 42. This young that I'm talking about that I beat. Very technical. We was exchanging kicks for kicks. But unfortunately, once again, I was faster and closer than he was because he was going by timing.
Yeah.
When you're coming from Thailand, they fight at a certain pace. They pick it up during the third and fourth round, but me, I picked it up through the whole round. Like I said, I'm very big on my cardio because I carry a lot of muscles and I gotta
Hmm.
have a lot of oxygen to feed those muscles, or I get fatigue and stuff like that. So I try to have my training camp just pure cardio, like a little sanity stuff. So
Hmm.
back to this topic. Yeah, we was exchanging blows for blows, and he could just call me real good elbow. He caught me with an elbow that I always think about. Like, man, this dude really caught me with an elbow. And I think his fight was one of those fights that I'll always have memory of because he hit me real clean. I did not see that elbow coming when we was in the clinch. And yeah, so now me and him is friends. I wish I remember his last name, Oliveira.
Ross,
I just remember Oliveira.
Oliveira,
Yes, yes, yes.
and
From Fairfax.
Louis Ross.
Yes, that's the name. Yes,
Yes.
from Fairtex. Yep.
Yes. Yeah, that was
Yeah,
I
solid
remember
time. And
being
right now
there.
he's like,
Mhm.
see, because I actually have a picture from you. I think he low kicked me and I grabbed his low kick and then I hit him with a cross at him on his low kick. I have a picture with your name on it and also from Walt. Um, Walt, yeah, he's a photographer
Yes.
also. Yeah, both captured that same type of picture.
Yeah, I remember being there, and
Shout out to both of you guys.
everybody was like, "Oh my gosh!" Like somebody landed something, because everybody at that point, nobody had ever seen anybody land
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
on you or like trip you or anything. So everybody was like, "Oh
yeah.
no! Like what just happened here?"
That is correct. Yeah, yeah. That's what I say. He's the one that really brought up my A game because from my pro debut all the way up to I fought Oliveira, no one really hit me, but he hit
Hmm.
me like the hardest, and he kind of like gave me a wake up, you know. And yeah, like I said, his fight, and that's the fight actually I won the North American title was against him because the belt was on the line. So
I
if I
remember.
would have won, then the belt's mine. If he won, the belt would have been yours. So I guess we both was pushing bringing out our A game that fight.
Oh yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, yeah. I remember that. I remember your little photo shoot.
Yeah, right, right. Oh, the memories in
Yes.
involved. I'm just happy for myself because I see myself very, very like evolving. Like I said, I'm very humble. I'm not going to say I'm the best. I'm not. I'm always going to be true to the game. I'm always willing to learn new things. Even an amateur could teach me something that I probably didn't know that my coach never taught me. So that's why I think I'm where I'm at now because I'm always trying to fill my cup up. My cup's never too full. So I believe that anybody can teach me something, and I'm willing
Hmm.
to learn. I'm willing to soak it in, and I'm willing to rearrange it and making it my own. If that makes sense.
Yes. Actually, now that you said that, in your amateur career, when you first started, you confused me
Yeah.
so much because you wouldn't use Steve Walker as your name or on your profile or something. You would use Tommy. Was it Tommy? And where
Yes.
did why were
Yes.
you using that? I mean, I'm gonna be
Yes. It
honest with
was
you. Every
Tommy
time,
Williams. It was Tommy Williams. It was Tommy Williams. Yeah.
yes, and I remember they'd be like, "Oh, I want Steve's pictures," and I'm like, "Who's Steve? Like, I don't know. I don't see no Steve. Like, I'm so confused. How do I have a Tommy and how do I have a Steve?" I was getting so confused because tried tagging you, but then I'm like, I don't know who Tommy is. I'm like, oh my god, I feel so
Yeah.
sorry for this guy. And
No, I can tell you the story behind it. So, I was incarcerated. And for those that didn't know, I was incarcerated. So while I was incarcerated, I guess Facebook came out. I didn't know what Facebook was. So around the time, I'm fresh out of jail. I was kind of like off and on in a relationship. So I was trying to be sneaky. I'm gonna be honest. I was trying to be sneaky. So I'm like, let me make a fake profile page. So my little brother, he was like showing me the ropes on how to create a page, how to create a Facebook, how to upload stuff. So he's walking me through it. He said, "What you want your name to be?" I'm like, "Tommy Williams." He said, "So you look like a Tommy Williams?" I said, "Yes, sir. I do look like a Tommy Williams. Just put Tommy Williams." So he put that Tommy Williams, and like my whole amateur fight, people was calling me Tommy. I was responding to it like, "Hi," and I'm like, "Damn, I don't want to tell them that my name is Steven." And so so like I'll go to ward, I'll go to combat zone, I'll go to freaking no boundaries, and people's calling me, and I was responding, and then Bill said, "Dude, you got to change your name. I don't like that Tommy stuff. Put your name to Steve Walker." I'm like, "Bill, I don't know how to do it," and that's when I called my brother, and then he said, "For me to change my name, I have to do it on the real computer. I can't do it on the phone." So my brother ended up changing my name to Steve Walker and put it on there. Yeah, that's the story behind it. Yeah, I was trying to how could you say explore when I came out of jail. That was a complicated relationship, so and I didn't want to get caught, so I came up with a fake name. And yeah, that's the story behind Tommy. He doesn't
I
exist no more.
it doesn't exist. Okay, I was so confused. And I'm like, I'm not calling him Tommy. I'm like, why does it say Steve over here? And I'm like, I don't even know what his name is. I'm like, maybe it's his middle name. I'm like, nope, I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
That was
Not doing
so
it.
funny.
Nope.
So did you
That's it.
change it when you became a professional?
I want to say I changed it after Lion Fight 42 is when I changed my name.
Okay.
Yeah, Lion, after I fought Oliveira, I changed my name to Steve Walker because I had to create I had a manager at the time also Prime Elite. He also told me like, hey, you got to create a fan page. So he created a fan page for me, and he also was another bill like, hey, dude, you got to change your name because people trying to find you and they type in
Yeah.
Steve Walker, they can't find him, but they type Tommy Williams, they'll find him. So you got to change that. So I ended up like, you know what, you're right about that. I changed it. Only a few people knew like the story behind Tommy Williams, and now I just let the whole world know why my name was that. Yeah. And then
You're
that's when
trying to
the
be
whole
shady.
catfish came out. I'm like, I'm glad I changed my name. Yeah, I'm glad I changed my name. What do you
Oh
think
my
I was
goodness, that's
catfishing
too
people?
funny. Is there anything else that you want to share with everybody
Um,
before we
the,
conclude with our interview?
um, I, I want to say I got some big news coming. You should stay
Yay!
tuned, man. Like I want to say, couple of days ago. Well, I didn't think a couple of days. Yesterday, I woke up to some big news where I want to say like the fans are now doing matchmaking. Like the fans want to see Steve Walker versus London Knowles. So he's a monster. Very technical. I'm a monster, and I think it's going to be a good fight for both of the fans. I don't know if Lion Fight's going to make it happen. I don't know, but like I said, I woke up to yesterday to the fans making matchmaking, playing matchmaker, and like the internet is on an uproar right now. Like if you go on my Instagram, if you go on
Mhm.
my opponent, well, my supposedly opponent's Instagram, you see that he even posted a picture, and his coaches even posted a picture, and it's like going viral of people trying to make us two fight. And I don't know if it's going to be for my world title. I don't know if it's going to be for his title. I don't know if it's going to be for North American title. I don't know what it is, but I know any fight moving forward now is going to be me defending my title. Um, which is a plus for me because it let me know that not only are people calling you out, but people are watching. I've been underground for so long that this big win for me against Brian Collette, who's ranked number 6 in Glory, who's an awesome fighter. I want to let everybody know that this guy's a beast. Just because I
Mhm.
made it look easy, that doesn't mean that he's a bump down. That dude's a beast. I tip my hat to him. I just think that my power and my element of surprise caught him off guard, and I don't think that he ever like got his foot back underneath him. But I'm once again I tip my hat to him. But I want to say the Brian Collette fight really gave me some type of exposure, and just these big platforms from MMA junkies retweeting it, World Star, the fights on World Star, the fights on TikTok, the fights on different people's platform, different Muay Thai platform. And like I said, this fight very, very like gave me some exposure, gave my gym exposure,
Mhm.
and just to let people know who Steve Walker is. A lot of people sleeping on me, and I tip my hat to the platform that definitely exposed me. But yeah, this fight might happen. Like I said, London knows and Steve Walker. It's gonna be a good fight if it happens. But that's when I woke up to that news on Facebook of the fans playing matchmaker.
Yeah, I
So what do you
saw
think?
that. Hey, anybody who goes in the ring with you, it's going to
Yeah,
be
yeah,
a good fight because they're not going to put anybody in there. You know what I mean? It's going
definitely.
to be somebody who's going to challenge you and vice
Right,
versa. So
right.
anybody who thinks that somebody you fought is, oh, well, he's not good. No, if they're in the ring with
Yeah,
you, that means that they have something to back it up with. They're not, I mean, if they
yeah.
don't, that they're just committing suicide. But
That's and I piggyback on it, and I tell a lot of fans, I tell a lot of critics, like, Lion fight don't give me easy fight. All these fighters have more experience than me. All I have is at the time I fought a guy that had 25 fights and I was just a pro debut.
mhm,
And yes, I was nervous, but I always tell people my nervousness make me cautious. It makes me
yeah,
go into that mode where it's like, yo, you have to protect yourself. It doesn't make me go into the fight mode where you want to run. Nah, it makes me go into a fight mode. So I love my consciousness. I love the jitters that I get because the jitters put me on alert. So I always tell people like respect fear. You know, you could rise above fear, but still respect it because fear will put you in a position where it'll make you be a winner because
Hmm.
it puts you in that survival mode. You know, like okay, it's go time. So I tell a lot of guys like, listen, I don't fight bums. Half of these dudes are very very well experienced. I just think that I catch them off guard with my explosiveness and just the way how I fight. That's just my opinion,
Yeah.
you know. But like I said, I'm beatable. Anybody can beat me, but I'm just gonna go out with a fight. It's not gonna be easy, but like I said, I'm beatable, and everybody's beatable. But you know, my goal is to master my craft, and my goal is to make myself evolve and be better and better. So every time I fight, I bring something new into that fight. So you will always see me evolving.
Yeah. So that people need to understand is there are two fighters, two different styles, and
Mm-hmm.
you guys are both in
Two
there
different styles.
wanting to win. So you guys are both going to do whatever you need to do.
Yeah.
Obviously, one's going to win and the other one isn't. Does not
Mm-hmm.
minimize their talent or their
Mm-hmm.
experience or their training at all. And if they question it, they can just, I mean, honestly, I would never spar anybody. Like I could barely freaking hit a bag, and you know, like the bag comes back at me, knocks me down. Imagine a real person. I'm good with
Mm-hmm.
that. You know, no, thank you. So,
Yeah.
but I really
Yeah.
appreciate your time. And
You're welcome.
where are you
I
training
thank you
now?
once again for letting me use your platform.
Well, thank you. I really appreciate. I know we've been trying to get.
So right now I'm training out of Hardknocks.
Mhm. Which location?
I'm training out, I'm training out of one 63 Sprague Street in Hyde Park. That's the headquarters. That's what I train out of. Bill's my head coach. Jake's my other coach. We do a lot of drills, technical drills for fighters class. When it comes to technical drills, I go see Jake, and me and the fighters we go to his classes at 7:30, and yeah, we that's where all the magic happens. Um, I want to just thank A&A, which is one of my sponsors for sponsoring me. Also, I want to thank Burns Roofing for sponsoring me for this fight. I want to thank Jizzle Film Media for shooting some cool videos of me, some cool shots of me. Thank you for the exposure, Jizzle. Also, I want to thank Andy for always having the gym open to me, which is Iron Lion Muay Thai out there in Norwood on Pleasant Street. Real good guy. I just want to thank all my supporters and fans for always riding shotgun with me and having my back. Win or lose, I have some loyal fans that know that regardless if I lose or regardless if I win, they're still going to ride with me. They're not just going to jump on the bandwagon because it's hot. These
Mhm.
guys been with me through the mud since I was an amateur. And like the train is going, and the fans is growing, and all the seats on the train is going to be filled. So once again, thank you guys for just riding shotgun with me, and everything I do is for you guys.
Thank you, Steve. God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you so much. You take care, okay?
Thank you. You too.